Greetings, 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 family. This is another episode of the Melanin Report 360. The Melanin Report 360. The Melanin Report 360. Thank you so much for tuning back in to another report. I hope you all are having a good hump day. I am. Ran some errands in the morning and had an interesting, amazing call middle of the day. And now I'm here with you. So thank you so much for tuning back in or back in. Let me go ahead and read the fair use disclaimer, even though it may not be applicable. My kitty cat is screaming outside. I'm going to try and ignore her. It may probably hear her. It is going to be, let's see if I need to let her in. Hold on. Are you coming in? Okay. She wants to have options, so we'll leave the door open. Okay, so back to you. Sorry for that interruption. So I am going to do a couple of things by which we're going to read the fair use disclaimer because we need to cross our I's, dot our T's. That is Bonnie making an appearance. You hear her. Yes, we kind of talk. Okay, and she's making her debut. Okay, so you're in my lap, and yeah. And you're saying hi to everyone. So this is a rescue kitty cat, and she is talking away. If I wasn't going to open a door, she would have sung me a lullaby, and I just didn't want to do that because my person next door is using the internet for work, and I just didn't want to disturb that vibe. So let me go ahead and read the fair use disclaimer. We're live and in living color, so that's why we have a little bit of Bonnie sitting on my lap and all that good stuff. So fair use is copyright the statute under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute, which might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So, okay, so thank you so much. This is Bonnie. She's a rescue kitty cat. And I've had her, she was about 6 months. I got her at the end of last year. And this is only the second female cat I've had. And she is special, like my first one, Tashi. So this is a special baby. So I'm going to ask her to get down and assist her to doing that so I can get back to you. So I wanted to go into, do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? I know we are female, male, black, white, other, blah, blah, blah. Do we know who we theoretically and in practice and application, who we are? Because if you know who you are, you wouldn't do the things that you do. Bonnie is going to jump on my lap. I just knew that. So, okay, so maybe she needs to be hearing this. I don't know. But if you know who you are, we wouldn't be doing the things that we're doing. When I say that, I'm talking about eating habits, drinking habits, drugging habits, recreational otherwise. I don't see why we are doing, not all of us, I know, not all of us, thank goodness, but I want us to figure out a way to have healthier practices, because healthier practices would yield healthier results. We know that. We know that if we eat bad, we talked about yesterday, if you eat, the guy supersized me, and that was probably 10 years ago, I think that movie came out, or 15, I don't know, it's been a long time. But he did a study on himself and to figure out how fat, just eating fast food for 30 days, just 30 days, made an impact, a negative impact on his life. And so we have to look at that. Now, he is not a melanated person. So think about, as the highest vibrational person, the melanin man and woman, I'm going to say it. I want anyone to call me and tell me otherwise. We have the um, highest vibration of anyone that's ever walked the planet. So that's why we're so accused before we do anything, because our very presence, forms a particular energy, you know, because we have something that others don't. When I say others, Caucasian, Japanese American, Asian American, etc. They don't have much, if any, of the very thing that keeps us ageless. I'm going to be 58 in a few months. And I didn't, I did some lotion, but not lotion, but some shea butter, shea butter, shea butter, shea butter. But I have a skin, let's just say 30-year-old, 35-year-old at best, because I'm in vitamin D at least an hour a day, if not more, because the sun shines every day out here. Not 100%. I'll say 98% or 90 out of 320, what is it, 365 days, we get sunshine 300 plus days. I'm not gonna say 365, probably it's not, but we'll have monsoon a little later on in the year. But yeah, we have sunshine pretty much. I think the next 10 days is gonna be sunshine, you know. So if you're not fortunate enough to live in a densely sunshiny place, California, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. I mean, there are other parts of Arizona, it's like four seasons and all that. I live in the Valley of the Sun. They call it the Valley of the Sun. So we're not like no other. No other species has the ability to self-heal, to change their body within hours, sometimes days, sometimes weeks, sometimes years, to change it from the inside out. We're miraculous like that. If it's a total insult, if we eat poisonous food, when I say poisonous food, I'm saying fish every day, meat every day, fast food every day, etc. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. We've taken on our oppressors' diet. That's not right. That's not what, it's bad enough that we're over here. I'm going to say bad enough. And we've adopted all of the bad things. Not all of us, obviously, but not eating right, eating late, not eating healthy food. I'm not saying 100% vegetarian, you're going to be healthy. That's not true. There's a certain formula. If you contact me if you need to on my phone or otherwise, I will take it down, at no charge. So if you know your blood type, there was a book out maybe 15, 20 years ago No accidents. I picked it up, read it, cover to cover. It totally made sense. Because we do not need to eat, for example, I'll just give an example. If you're O positive, you can eat, you can tolerate more meat. If you're A, that's more vegetarian. That's your food should be clean, super clean, blah, 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 blah. So I'm kind of, I don't go heavy meats, the lamb, or, I have friends that are healthy, 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 conscious, 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 and they follow the book and their O's, for example. And for example, a sister friend, she eats lamb, this, that. I mean, it's all good. She's healthy as a horse, literally healthy as a horse. So I'm not speaking to because she exercises, she's almost 70. She exercises 2, 3 times a week. She eats super clean according to the diet of eating right for your blood type. So she has the method that's been working for her 100%, no question. Um, she has, and she prepares her food. That's the other thing. Why are we not in the kitchen? I'm talking to men and women. I got a pot of um, kale, organic kale, and spinach mixed together on the pot, kind of low. By the time I get off of here, it'll be ready. So we can have ways to prepare our own food. Now we're doing like Caucasians going out to eat, spending money some of us may or may not have. And this is like ill. We need to protect our mind, our body, and our spirit because some people aren't protecting our body. We know who those people are, police, etc. We need to, I saw a report last night defunding the police. I hope that happens even in Phoenix with the black police chief. I hope. Okay, I'm sending energy out there for that. Because they have a lot of power. Sometimes people shouldn't, I know I've talked about this before. I believe not all officers need to carry weapons. Sometimes they should get just, what is it, the gun, the rubber bullets or something, the stun gun or whatever. It should be what they carry all the time. Especially if they've been written up, take a gun. Especially if you're not going to do psychological testing and all that. I'm going to go into that because I don't want to sidetrack because I'm really, passionate about this overuse of Black bodies being victims of, police assaults and murders. And enough is enough is enough. Now, we should not ever be afraid. When I say we should not ever be afraid, if you have all your stuff in the order, nobody is going to be looking for you. Keep it like that. Don't try and do anything. We know we're at war. We know, like we know we're at war. This is where we are. It wasn't so much in the 70s. I lived in the 70s. In the 80s, not so much. It's kind of ramped up in that time. But I remember, like I said, playing in the street and not, figuring a police officer was gonna, anything other than come up to you and hey, how little small talk. They were part of the community. Let me get back to my topic. So do you know who you are? Do we know who we are? Now, when I read, it kind of timed out, so bear with me for a second. I'm going to read the chemical formula of melanin. Melanin is unique because it isn't created outside of itself. So obviously you have a melanated man, I'm a melanated woman, we produce a child, it's going to be melanated. Okay, we get all of that. But what I'm saying is you can't reproduce it outside of the body. They're trying. I'm sure they're trying. So the chemical formula is never seen anything like it. So carbon 18, hydrogen 10 molecules, nitrogen 2, and oxygen 4. You show me anyone else who has this structure that is who is not melanated. I'll give you or her $1 million. It can't be reproduced. Because it can't be reproduced outside of the structure of itself, we are feared. We are feared. It's our presence. It's a fear thing. So the gun, like Dr. Wesleyan, the late great Dr. Wesleyan said, the gun is the equalizer. It can't match us in that way. The great gun is the equalizer. So remember that. So if we're eating bad, we're eating our processed food, Mickey D's, Subway, I'm thinking about stuff that's in my area, McDonald's, Burger King, they're all probably under 2 miles from me. And they're not feeding. This is not food. They're GMO throughout. This is not what we need to eat. We are the high, we celebrate the highest. We are the example of the higher expression of life. Highest expression. Have somebody call me and disprove me. That's why we maintain our youthful glow. That's how we maintain the peace that passes all understanding. That's how we maintain the glow throughout our 40s, 50s, 60s. We're ageless beings, especially if you're eating right. If you're eating properly, stop saying right or wrong. So if you're eating properly, and game over, you're, in that zone. I was at Trader Joe's getting a few things today, and I was asking the guy who was checking me out asking him, was the COVID vaccine required at that store? I'm usually, trying to figure that out, and just wanted to see how things are going because I think they're based out of California, I want to say. And so he said, well, it's not mandated, blah, 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 and he was happy for that. I guess he didn't want to get the vaccine either way. So he said, well, unless it's going to be eventually treated like rubella or smallpox or one of those, which it was mandatory. I was like, interesting. Well, in his mind. So he said, oh, well, you look really, really strong. I walked in there, all of 6 feet with my sandals, high heel sandals, and, gracious as I want to be, And so they're just in awe of us. We just have to realize that. You are gods. We are gods. We are gods on the earth. And the fact that they are treating us so badly in this country, especially in this country, that's why nothing can get done here. Our ancestors that didn't even come to the shores, they jumped ship. The ancestors did not want to endure. They're like, I'm out of here. They knew what was ahead. They knew what was on the horizon for our people. And the ones that survived. And we have people who are thriving under these horrific circumstances. We have millionaires. We have billionaires. This is not an accident. Because what you did not create, will not destroy. That's the law. That's a spiritual law. And I will say to you humbly, oh, don't forget my book, The Melanin Diet, Amazon Melanin Diet. It's going to soon be on my website. I talked to the lady today, the sister that is going to develop my website, and we went around with some ideas. So stay tuned for that. It may be, we got a couple of more projects ahead, but maybe July. So stay tuned, July. So we are gods. We are gods walking the planet. Plain and simple. If you know who you are, you're not going to eat that crap. You're not going to eat things that are going to give you death instead of life. You know? I mean, I'm not trying to say I don't take care of myself, you know, quote unquote, medically. I go to massage. I go get acupuncture. I go get. I'm going to get leg compression. I think on Friday with something I know, and they also have the flotation. I might do that. I did some research right before I came on here, so I definitely take care of myself. You know, it's not like wave a magic wand, blink, and it's done. You came here with the ability to transform, to recreate your body, to reassemble the structure, if you will, in your body, to maintain health, good health. We have to do our part. We have to eat well. We have to eat the best of the best, even if it's just a pot of organic greens or beans, which I have on the stove right now. You know, cook them 20 minutes, it's done. I mean, we have to cook stuff like grandma 2, 3 hours. No offense for grandma, but that's not when we know better, we do better. Oh, water right here. So believe me, they know who we are. They know who we are. The fact that we are still here is amazing to them. Amazing. It's amazing that we endured. We're homeowners. We're shopkeepers. We have businesses. We have online presence. We have fill in the blank. We are doing it. They're just trying to push us down. They haven't even passed the George Floyd police reform. This is an insult. Kamala is in mayor, first woman of color. I will say that. Not mayor. Um, um, vice president. So she is the first woman of color vice president forever in the history of this country. You mean to tell me, as an attorney, as a prosecutor, you can't get that done? It's an insult. People, we are tired of being insulted at the hands of this country. I'm just saying. I'm calling a spade, as people say. So again, you show me the structure. Carbon 18, not 6. Carbon 18. Carbon 18, hydrogen 10. And these are molecules. Nitrogen 2, oxygen 4. This is melanin. This is why we there, and I guess some, you know, will he, like the young man, Blake, he was shot 6 times in the back. He's paralyzed at close range. Who does that? Didn't get paid. Who does that? In a sane society. We came from riches and gold. We didn't come from slums. They put us in slums. We weren't created. We were created in riches and gold, period. So don't let anyone take you there. That's not our history. And just know your history, please. Know your history. It'll set you free. So all the people who have been doing things, the George Zimmerman, the Trayvon, well, he was the Trayvon Martin massacre. Okay, fill in the blank. People who have been killed, children, young people under 40, people over 40. Believe me, I'm not wishing any bad will on anyone. But I do know the law of the universe. And I know those people who were already had so much life ahead of them. Trayvon Martin was walking home with a bag of Skittles and Arizona tea. He was mauled down and killed. The young man didn't even have a gun. And they tried to say he had marijuana or had, it didn't even matter. He was a child. They try to find excuses on every turn, but I'm not going to stay on that. So we have to be able to eat better, live better, you know, don't drink and drug. You know what that's going to lead to. Death and destruction. We are meant to live and to thrive. There's no reason for us to eat McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. It's just so many. It's just like, oh, cook a pot of whatever. Put something on the stove, 20, 30 minutes, it's done. Eat. Eat healthy. Don't cook your food, quote unquote, death. You know, I eat a salad like every other day. I try to eat a salad every day. A big salad. You know, I love salad. I don't know why people, drinking water. Well, this is the desert, so you should drink water, throughout the day. You should have water throughout the day. But it's enough. What I was going to say, people who have taken the lives of young people of, obviously I'm talking about melanated people, believe me, the law of the universe, I'm not wishing any ill on anyone. That's why I'm not here. I'm not here for that. I know the law of the universe. I have insight. I have dreams. I have inner knowing. I have wisdom. uh, and I know these people are not doing well. Even with them, what I'm saying is in their body, the bodies of their children or family members, I'm saying you can't do things expecting benefit. You cannot take a life and expect your life to be, oh, I'm just soaring through the air. No, 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 no. That's not how it works. They're probably learning it right now. How dare people take the lives of young people or old people, any black or brown person? This is an atrocity. They call them, this is supposed to be the greatest country on earth. Who said, by whose standards? What standard are you setting the goal? Very low. So we have to look at all of that. We don't want to wish anything ill. We are sweet, loving, benevolent people. Don't get out of don't take this country, take you out of your purpose and your plan for your life. Do the right thing. If you're driving, make sure your tags are good. You're not drinking. Now out here, you can, if you get one DUI, you have to minimum is 3 days in jail. So I ain't even trying to do that. I don't even drink or smoke or, do anything like that. So definitely eat the best food. You are the best expression of life. Why would you eat McDonald's? Like, who does that? You're at the highest level. You came here wanting to have this experience at the highest level of, incarnation. You got it. Hey, you're here. And you're going to put crap in your body? Now, for them, that might be a step up. I'm just saying. It could be. So if it's a step up, hey, go work with them, you know, and work with them. Hey, how to you? But as the highest expression of life, the melanated man and woman, how can you eat crappy food and expect great results? We can't do it. It's not in your mind to do it. It's probably convenient, maybe, but at what cost? What are you giving up? What are you giving up by eating that way? Drinking, you know, it's just ridiculous because we know better. Because you have melanin, you know better, and we can do better. Once we don't know better, we can do better. So I really want you all to reconsider all these fast food. It's not even food. It's not even food. Remember that. That's not food. Only place I go is Salad and Go. There's one like less than 2 miles from me, and that's a salad. They don't have any. They have some things other, but salad. Big salad. I put my own. I mix it up with other stuff, and one salad will last me like 3 or 4 days because I add other things. In my fridge and make a real good salad. I mean, it has a good base. Right now I'm rocking on the Southwest Sonoran. I think that's a salad. Awesome salad. So if you ever, I don't want to say, I don't know if they're on the East Coast, but yeah, it's a good salad. That's the only thing I'm guilty of. It's a salad, and that's a salad. It's a drive-through, and they always have organic ingredients, etc. So it works for me. You know, I don't think that fast food does the body good. I'm sure it isn't. Now, if you get some water from fast food, that's fine. If it's bottled, I don't think anything else. Wendy's, like $9. You can have like 2 meals from that. Pot of beans. Some greens. Some vegan cornbread. We're good. You know. So take care of your temple. This is where you live. We shouldn't be diabetes and all that. This is not proper. If you're eating right, you're going to get the results of eating properly. Like maybe 98%, you eat awesome. You allow that 2-3%, a couple of cookies, a piece of cake, vegan, of course. You can do that. Not going to say bad, bad, bad. We have to, once we know better, we do better. Because if you know you are God, goddess, you're going to eat like that. I'm here to tell you, you're going to eat like that. Years will not, other than the gray. Now, this was, I'm telling you, whew, both sides of my family, mixed gray by probably 45, I think. My uncle, my father's uncle, um, I have a picture here on my ancestral altar. So he died unfortunately at 49. So This was a mixed gray fro. He was rocking that back in the day, Uncle Enoch. And he died at 49. He wasn't even 50. And that's how I know it's on. I mean, I started coloring my hair. I'm like, yeah, it is what it is. Be glad that you have lived this long and continue to live. COVID's taking people out. I don't want you to know. Um, and people are killing each other in the street, which is an atrocity. People, black people, brown people, don't kill one another. It's ridiculous. If anything, do in the back good old days, fight in the street, or fight in the ring, or whatever. You don't have to pull a weapon on anyone. It's barbaric. That's what we're dealing with, these police being crazy. Why are we still going to be crazy? Oh, well, black on black crime. Well, we can say no to black on black crime. How about that? We should not be prematurely killed for any reason. And again, back to my original statement a few weeks ago, maybe a week ago. Consider bulletproof vests. One thing I'm not trying to say, put that energy on you. By all means, that is not what I'm saying. But I know we're at war. I know that we are at war. So when you're at war, you are prepared. You are prepared. Be prepared. Eat properly. Drink plenty of water. 1 or 2% crappy food. I ain't worried about that. It's not going to show up, pretty much. But it's the long term, over time. 1 or 2 cookies ain't going to hurt you. I'm here to say 1 or 2. You're going to eat the whole thing. One setting. Who does that? We have to retrain our mind and our thoughts because we're in the belly of the beast. So a lot of stuff is cloudy right now. I want you to pull the blinders off. Just take them off, go away. See who you are. See your beauty. See your loveliness. I mean, wow. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Melanin Report 360. The Melanin Report 360. Again, remember my book, The Melanin Diet, The Melanin Diet, The Melanin Diet. And I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 2:30 Eastern. 2:30 on the Pacific, 5:30 on the East Coast. And I thank you for watching, beloved. Thank you so much. And share, like. Subscribe to the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace and blessings, and I'm out. All right. See you soon.